us with a new topic called draft battery swapping policy. Draft battery swapping policy. Now you can relate this battery swapping policy with environment. The topic will be covered in GS paper 3, the part of environment conservation in your mains exam. So I am very much sure that 80% chance there will be a question from this topic called draft battery swapping policy. Because what is our government strategy? Our government strategy is to fight against the climate change. Okay, we are discovering a new method how we can able to eliminate the emission of carbon dioxide, how we can able to eliminate the pollution level, the sources of pollution level that cause air, water, soil. Okay, so this topic will be a one important part of conservation policy strategy, or you can say initiative taken by the government of India for sustainable development, you can also say, and for conservation purpose. So what is this draft battery swapping policy? So recently the Niti Aayog released draft battery swapping policy for stakeholder comments. Just it is for a comment. When we will say draft, it means it is not formally it means passed in the parliament. Just like to know the opinion of the experts, what they are saying about the what government wanted to bring this type of law. So what their comment? So what are the important points regarding draft battery swapping policy? The first of all, it will catalyze the large scale adoption of electric vehicles. Large scale adoption of electric vehicle. This indicate that means we are moving towards a system where we will able to launch a lot of electric vehicles, so that it will be cut out the emission of nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide that happened because of burning of fossil fuels. A clean renewable source of energy. Electric vehicles will be more. Electric vehicles will be run on the roads. It means there will be less emission of pollution. Okay, by improving efficient and effective use of scarce resources like public funds, land, and raw materials for advanced cell battery for the delivery of customer-centric services. Okay, so this will be a one important step that government will be taking in future, so that some of the public funds you are paying. Okay, you are paying taxes, you are paying challan. Okay, penalties when you are violate the traffic rules. Okay, land, revenue, raw materials for advanced cell battery, whatever things are available. So that will be helped to prepare a machines that can be replace a more motor vehicles, and more electric vehicles will be there. So this policy would support the vision by promoting adoption of battery swapping technology. So basically it is called battery swapping technology. What this technology is called? Battery swapping. So main objective of this policy is to promote swapping of batteries with advanced chemistry cells, batteries to decouple battery costs, electric vehicles, thereby driving electric vehicle adaptation. Okay, so there will be replacement of you can say swapping of battery will be there, so that will be a more high price in market. Electric vehicles, those e-rickshaws, that battery is very much costly. So with the help of swapping battery method, this will be easy for the many of the new youths, those who want to start their own business. So their cost of purchasing of vehicles will be decreases. Okay, it offers flexibility to electric vehicles users by promoting the development of battery swapping as an alternative to charging facilities. So some of the area you see charging facilities are there, so they are also charged very high amount for charging in your vehicle. So that will be a swapping. Once your battery will run out of means entire it is dead, so you can just swap it instead of charging. You can swap it. It will establish principle behind the technical standard that would enable the interoperability of components within a battery swapping ecosystem without hindering market-led innovations. Okay, and also it will be helping leverage policy and regulatory levers to de-risk the battery swapping ecosystem to unlock access the competitive financing. These are some important objectives. Now this will be encourage partnerships. Partnership among battery providers, battery OEMs. Okay, those who are selling, those who are manufacturing the batteries. Okay, selling the batteries, manufacturing the batteries. There will be a one type of partnership. Okay, so what exactly this means? And other relevant partners such as insurance, financing, thereby encouraging the formation of ecosystems capable of delivering the integrated service to end users. So this is called original equipment manufacturers, battery original equipment manufacturers, those providers. Okay, they have a good partnership that will be encourage the formation of ecosystem. It will promote better life cycle management for batteries, including maximizing the use of batteries during their usable lifetime and end of life battery recycling. Now, in this case, the draft policy has suggested the GST Council, you know very well GST Council, where both the center and state is a member, consider reducing the differential across the tax rates on lithium ion batteries and electric vehicle supply equipment. Okay, so this will be reducing the differential across the tax rates will like a lithium ion batteries, electric vehicle supply equipment. Currently, the tax rate on the former is 18% and 5% on the latter. Now, the policy offers the same incentives available to electric vehicles that come pre-equipped with a fixed battery to electric vehicles with swappable batteries. Okay, so swapping main objective here is the swapping, so that those who own the electric vehicles, they able to run their business without any obstruction. Okay, the size of the incentive could be determined the based of kilowatt hour. It means the capacity of the battery, rating of the battery, and a compatible EV. The draft policy states. Now the government will also specify a minimum contract duration. Now the minimum contract duration, this is very important for prelims point of view. Sometimes in prelims they ask a question from a policy, and that include a very unique concepts. A unique like minimum contract duration is associated with which of the following policy of the India. So this is a battery swapping policy. Okay, so what is the government will also specify a minimum contract duration for a contract to be signed between electric vehicle users and battery providers to ensure they continue to provide battery swapping service after receiving the subsidy. So that whatever the battery they are exchanging, that battery will be again remanufactured. That raw material will be used to again make a new one. So it will be also decrease the electronic waste also, e-waste. That is the main problem in our country. So e-waste will be also decreases. Now the policy requires the state government to ensure public battery charging station are eligible for electric vehicle power connections with concessional tariffs. Okay, it also proposes to bring such a station under existing or future time of day tariff regime so that the swappable battery can be charged during off-peak periods when electricity tariffs are low. So these are the important provisions are given. Okay, means more comfortable type of you can say facility provided by the government, so that more and more electric vehicles should be buy by many of the people of our country, and they can run it. Now the policy also proposes to assign the unique identification number. Okay, this will be to swappable battery. Every battery will have UIN at the manufacturing stage to help track and monitor them. So this will be helps to monitor the where the exactly this battery is present. Okay. So with the help of this UIN number, we are able to find out the all the details, who buy it, kisne kharda, kisne becha. Okay, what was the life period of the battery. Similarly, UIN number will be assigned to each battery swapping station. It also proposes to install a battery swapping stations at several locations like retail fuel outlets, public parking areas, malls, kirana shops, and general store, etc. Now, what will the significance of this policy? Now, this policy first is time, space, and cost efficiency. This will be save the time. It will also maintain a space because of you are replacing the old batteries, and also the cost efficiency. This will be easy and it will be cheap for those who are buying it. So it provided each swappable battery is actively used. Now the battery swapping provide a level playing field to innovative and sustainable businesses models such as battery as a service. So battery as a service business model which will ensure low upfront costs, minimal downtime, and lower space requirement. Now the policy addresses key technical, regulatory, institutional, and financing challenges that will help develop battery swapping ecosystem to unlock the large scale adoption of battery swapping in India. So focus here is to battery swapping. The entire policy is talking about the battery swapping. So it is an alternative which involves exchanging discharged battery for a charged one. So what exactly the policy is talking about? Whatever you have a discharged battery, you can exchange with the charged one. Okay, as this will be save your time. This will be also give you a lot of space, and it will be cost effective also. Every time you are paying a money for charging a battery for electric vehicles, that will be a more costly. So in that case, it will be a charged one, and it will also decrease the electronic waste, e-waste. Okay, that is the main problem in our country. So that will be also decreases. Okay, so battery swapping delinks the vehicles and fuel, and hence reduces the upfront cost of vehicles. Okay, this will decrease the upfront cost of the vehicles also. It is popularly used for smaller vehicles such as 2 and 3 wheelers, which have smaller batteries that are easier to swap compared to other automotive segment wherein the same can be implemented mechanically. So basically, this will be a 2 and 3 wheelers that you see a more rush in a road because of this 2 and 3 wheelers. So this will be also because they are more. So they are using a dead battery is also very dangerous. Okay, so that will be also decreases. That policy will be also say. Now, what are the initiatives taken by the government of India in electronic vehicle technology? Because this is the most eco-friendly. This will decrease the air pollution also. This will be also decrease the our cost of buy of fuels that is more costly. Okay, this will decrease the some amount of burden from the government, as the government 80% they import crude oil. So the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle in India is 1 and 2, the FAME 1 and 2 scheme, and the production linked incentive PLI for National Program for Advanced Cell Battery Storage to boost indigenous battery manufacturing capacity. So these are the some important initiative like National Program on Advanced Cell Battery Storage. So what is the main purpose? Indigenous battery manufacturing capacity. State government are developing complementary policies to promote electric vehicle promotion. Also, e-mobility revolution. India's e-mobility revolution is led by the two-wheeler and three-wheeler vehicle segment. The two-wheeler accounts 70 to 80% of all private vehicles, whereas three-wheeler play a critical role for last mile connectivity in cities. Okay. this is the end of the your first news, that is called draft battery swapping policy. Very important for exam point of view. Now, the next concept we will talk about digital banking units, that is the part of economy. So both in prelims as well in mains exam, you will find a question from digital banking system. Okay, so what is digital banking units? Kya hai? So why it was in news? The finance minister recently in her budget announced that she will be setting up 75 digital banking unit in 75 districts of the country. Each district have one digital banking units. So digital banking units, what name indicate? You apply your common sense. Digital banking, it means something you can able to operate it. Okay, you can track your accounts, you track your everything digitally. Okay, no required to keep hard copy. So that is called digital banking units. So in India, digital banking started taking place in 1990s was the time when ICICI Bank being the first one to bring service at their retail center. So what is the meaning of digital banking unit? So it is a business unit or hub with some digital infrastructure that helps in delivering banking products and services in a digital form in self-service mode. So it is a simpler language. All the traditional bank work like depositing, check, pay and slip will happen digitally in this unit. So if you will record a data in computer instead of writing manually, so computer will be save your time also, and it will record a multiple thousands of data. Okay, in simple language, all the traditional bank work like depositing check, pay and slip will happen digitally in this unit. So this will be the like a digital banking units का ये important features है. So who are the players? Here the players will be a commercial bank other than regional rural banks, payment bank, local area bank with the past digital banking experience are permitted to open DBO in tier 1 and tier 6 centers. Okay. This will be a more players will be participate, and this will be give a more boost to the development of banking sector in India. See, basically, the financial inclusion. Okay, financial inclusion is a concept where we are promoting banking services to each and every person in our country. Like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana program scheme where government is opening a zero balance account so that they can able to more and more people connect with the banking services. Banking correspondent, so they are the experienced person. They transfer, they visited village to village, house, okay, and they provide a banking services. Now, what is the need of this? So this is being done to give a push to financial inclusion in the country. So main idea here is financial inclusion. What is financial inclusion? Provide affordable access on time banking services to each and every person in our country. Okay, that is the financial inclusion. Everybody should become under the sphere of banking services. More people will become in banking service, they will more account will be open, they will deposit some amount of money as a saving, and that money will be stored in a bank, and then government be able to take a very good decision. So it was announced in order to ensure that digital banking reaches every nook and corner of the country and increase the speed of payment. Okay, so this is the need. Now this will provide a UPI QR code and point of sale mechanism. It will supply of debit and credit card allowing ATM transaction, and it helping in customers with the application of micro, small and medium enterprises loans. Now, what are the other functions? Other services include like making application for and onboarding customers for identify retail, MSME for schematic loans. This may also include the end-to-end digital processing such loans, starting from online application to dispersal and identified government sponsored schemes that cover under the national portal. Now, when we talk about the global scenario, digital bank have been around since 2014-15 in markets such as Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, China, UK, and the US. So, what are the disadvantages of digital banking? The limitation of digital banking unit is low public awareness. Okay, because large section of Indian population are in village area and rural areas, and they know very less less information about the all this process that happened in India. Okay, so internet penetration in lower tier cities where internet penetration is not good. So in that case, optical cable is used to provide internet services. Digital banking forums are promoted to vulnerabilities and hacks such as planning, farming, identify threat, and keep logging. So huge investment needed. Banking institutions are investing a lot in their security system. Security system is also very important. Now, what are the significance? The flow of credit will improve the rural areas. Okay, more and more credit means more fund will be deposited. It means that a bank will provide a loan in a less interest rate, and maximum number of people will take a loan from the bank, and they can able to construct their houses, provide a basic infrastructure. That all will be happen. Now, poor will get easier access to money and loans instead of going to money lender who are charging high interest, and means those who want money, they fall under the debt trap. Debt trap, a term that we use when a borrower is stuck in dilemma how to pay a loan. So establishment of this unit will be cheaper than the conventional brick and mortar units. Construction of buildings, construction infrastructure will take more time, and this will be digitally you can able to access it. They will provide better technical support to customers. For the scheduled bank, they will ensure steady profit, and for digital banking unit will be help in development government enhance digital literacy. Okay. Now, another important news article is National Financial Reporting Authority. What is this National Financial Reporting Authority? So National Financial Reporting Authority to get more power to act against auditor and company executives. It get more power to act against auditor and company executives. So who will be the member and what type of constitution? So National Financial Reporting Authority was constituted as a statutory body by the Government of India in 2018 under subsection F of the 132 of the Company Act 2013. So it is a statutory body, it's a non-constitutional body. Now, what are the functions and duties? It help in recommend accounting and auditing policies and standard of to be adopted by companies for approval by the central government. It will help to monitor and enforce compliance with accounting standard and auditing standard. So it's like a regular reporting authority. Okay. It will help in recommend and accounting the auditing policy and standard to adopted by company for approval by the central government. It will help to monitor and enforce compliance with accounting standard and auditing standard. It help in oversee the quality of service of the professions associated with ensuring compliance with such standard and suggest measures for the improvement in the quality of service. It performs such other function and duties as may be necessary for incidental to the aforesaid function and duties, and it will help to protect the public interest and the interest of investors, creditors, and other associates. Now, what are the jurisdictions of National Financial Regulatory Authority? It will help for investigation of chartered accountant and their firms, would extend to listed companies and large unlisted public companies. Okay, so all the chartered accountants who are means working in firms, that will be also listed companies. It will also task to investigate audit of listed companies and unlisted company with net worth not less than 500 crore or paid up capital of not less than 500 crore or annually turnover not less than 1000 crore as on March 31 of immediately processing financial year, and companies have security listed outside India. So those company who are listed company or listed company and their net worth means their profit. This is the net worth means profit. This is excluding the paying the salary of the employee, construction activity, everything is removed. Whatever the main income, that will be net offer. Okay, so 1000 crore or 31st immediately proceeding the financial year, and company of security listed outside India. Now the center further has the power to refer the entity for investigation where public interact would be involved. The rest are regulated by the ICAI. Okay, so main idea here is how they will able to give a boost to a more and more investigation. Okay, so in this is Institute of Chartered Accountant of India has provided for Chartered Accountant Act 1949 shall be continued in respect to its member in general and specifically with the respect to audits pertaining to private, limited companies and public listed, unlisted companies. So what is significance? India is now eligible to become a member of the International Forum of Independent Audit Regulator due to an independent audit oversight body in the country. It will attract foreign or domestic investment and enhance the economic growth also, because a proper, formal, and more appropriate way of providing a financial services a country attract a more FDI. Also, the domestic economy will be more strengthened. At the same time, democratic will be also one important factor here. Okay, now list is called Nidhi companies. What is Nidhi companies? Why it was in news recently? So the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has tightened the rule of Nidhi companies. So Nidhi company is a type of non-banking financial company. So non-banking financial company are those that not deposit these savings. Okay. So it is formed to borrow and lend money to its member. It inculcates the habit of saving among its member and work on the principle of mutual benefits. License. Who will provide the license? Nidhi company is not required to receive the license from Reserve Bank of India. It is registered under the Company Act. So what are the area is prohibited activity? Nidhi company cannot deal with the cheat funds, hire purchases finance, leasing finance, insurance or security businesses. It is strictly prohibited from accepting deposits or lending fund to any other person except members. So minimum of 7 members is required to start a new company, out of which 3 members must be a director of the company. This is the criteria. Now, significant Nidhi company are very popular in South India and are key player in the financial system as they mobilize fund from their member and give loan to them at a lower interest in commercial bank. So commercial bank, if are charging 13%, they will charge a 5 to 6%. Now, what are the new changes introduced? Registration to become Nidhi company, the entire entity has to be first registered as a public limited company, which has more disclosure requirement than private limited company. Now, a public company set up as a Nidhi with a shared capital of 1 million need to be first get itself declared as a Nidhi from the union government. Okay, any public company, so they have to first share the capital 1 million need to first get itself declared as a Nidhi from the union government. Membership. So this can be done by submitting an application showing the minimum membership of 200 and net owned fund of 2 million within 120 days of its incorporation. Okay, so this can be done submitting application showing the minimum membership of 200 and net owned fund of 2 million within 120 days of its incorporation. These are the condition. Then the promoter and director of the company have to meet the criteria for fit and proper person as laid down in the rules. The concept of deemed approval, that is, if no decision on the application is conveyed to the company within 45 days of filling the application, approval would be deemed as granted. No loan to companies. Okay, so individual members are allowed to Nidhi company and it cannot be given loan to the companies. So I just taken a very some only a few current affair topics. Okay, you can download this from expression.ai. Okay, and read it. Because I was engaged in taking classes. Okay, so I will upload this PDF file. You can download it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me a question. Or anyone here who are going to appear this year in prelims exam? Aman, Dinesh, Tejaswini, anyone who are going to appear once? Current affair is not uploaded after 9th April. Okay, from 9th April not uploaded. I will talk to sir why is not up, because I'm sending after the end of the class. I'll always send the current affair notes. Okay, I will talk to sir and I will request him to not repeat this type of things, because uploading a current affair on the same day as I multiple time I said to the sir. I will talk to him, no problem. Okay, so don't worry about this notes will be uploaded. Okay, so you can download it and read it. Okay, thank you everyone. Good night.